crazy what's happening. Here's a guy doesn't talk. Nobody hears him. Whenever he does talk, he can't put two sentences together. I don't want to be nice or unnice, okay? But, I mean, the man can't speak. And he's going to be your president because some people don't love me, maybe. And, you know, all I'm doing is doing my job. But I'll tell you, he was good for one thing. Everyone thought he was crazy because all he wants to do is bomb people. You know, he'll fight Russia. Let's fight Russia. Let's fight China. Let's take them on at the same time. He's crazy. When I walked into a room with him, I knew that. When they saw Bolton, they always gave me what I wanted because they said, Trump's going to drop bombs on me. He's got this maniac with him. So in a way, he helped me in terms of a negotiation. But seriously, he didn't do a good job. He wasn't smart. He wasn't sharp. And he's the only man I think I've ever met. I knew him for a year, 1 year, whatever the time, it was a short time. I don't think I ever saw him smile once. I said to him once, John, do you ever smile? And it tells you something about somebody. Took out al-Baghdadi. He was also considered number one. I guess they fought for number one. I got them both. Obama should have gotten al-Baghdadi, but we took them both out. We took 100% of the caliphate. When I took it over, it was all over the place. It was a disaster. That's the ISIS caliphate. And I said it a little bit before. You can do something great and it doesn't get reported. That's in a way just as bad. Because a lot of people can figure it out. The level of dishonesty in the media is, I think they're the most dishonest people I've ever dealt with. Now, not everybody, you're an honest journalist. You're a great journalist. You know, we have great journalists. Look at the Pulitzer Prize. The Pulitzer Prize is very embarrassed. It's lost a lot of its credibility because all these writers got Pulitzer Prizes on the Russia, and they were all wrong. But John Solomon and all of the people that you deal with. And you, by the way, Laura, Lou Dobbs, your Fox and Friends people that are great group in the morning, including the weekends, to be honest, with Pete. But you have some great people. But they got Pulitzer Prizes on Russia, and they were wrong. The New York Times is so dishonest. The Washington Post is so dishonest. They write things, you can do something good, and they can make it sound beyond belief bad, like it's the worst thing ever. And I said it a little bit before, you can do something great and it doesn't get reported. That's in a way just as bad, because a lot of people can figure it out. The level of dishonesty in the media is, I think they're the most dishonest people I've ever dealt with. Now, not everybody, you have one. It's very controversial to say, stop and frisk. Okay? Stop and frisk. You take guns away. Chicago is the greatest example I think I've ever seen of that. Rudy Giuliani was a great mayor. He did it in New York. He started it, and it worked great. Bloomberg blew it because he went crazy with it, and, ultimately he took away a lot of rights and it wasn't a good job he did. But Rudy Giuliani started Stop and Frisk, and he did it was a great thing he did for New York. What they did to Obama and Biden, they ripped off this country hundreds of billions of dollars a year going into China. And nobody said anything. They didn't even talk about it. It's not like we had a bad deal with China. It was worse. We had no deal. They did whatever, and I get along very well with them. I said, how did it happen? They said, nobody ever asked. Nobody said we're going to make a deal. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, and we're not paying for them. China's paying for them because they devalue their currency. So we've done an incredible job. We beat China badly. China had the worst year they've had in 67 years prior to the plague coming in. They had the worst year they had in 67 years because of the tariffs and all of the things that I've done. But he'll say, he got beat in the China deal. They didn't do a China deal. China ate our lunch before me, and they would have destroyed our country. China, in my opinion, would have destroyed our country economically if I didn't get elected. And many other things. Coronavirus, we did the ventilators. We didn't have any ventilators.
Right.
We did the ventilators. We did so much.
10 days.
It was having difficulty, and now it's in very good shape. We'll have a contract that goes about 10 years in Wisconsin. They're going to build 20 ships larger than this one. Actually, this is about 3/4 the size. We go from that wall to this wall.
Numbers were unbelievable. I think you probably know that. What were the numbers online? Do you know?
I don't know, sir.
Well, you should know, because you should report it.
Mr. President, are you still
When you said you asked your people to slow down testing, were you just kidding, or do you have a plan to slow down testing?
I don't kid.
I don't kid.
Let me just tell you, let me make it clear.
No, I'm not a racist. I am the least racist person you have ever interviewed. Gotta get